Just kidding. Could. He's actually a former military dude who can fly a plane. But, in the sky, Jonathan asks his dad why he left him behind. But Clark responds, by flying faster. Once they get to Metropolis, Jonathan starts causing chaos and destruction by accidentally phasing through buildings and stuff. But, wait, did you think this was going to be a normal Superman story? Ha! No way! While Jonathan is making a mess, Clark is working on fixing it? Could. As Jonathan asks if he can ever be as strong as his dad, Clark looks down and sees a group of kids being bullied. This inspires him to teach Jonathan a lesson about heroism. He gives an example of helping those in need, then shows Jonathan how to use his extra vision to help people. After that, Jonathan flies off to find more victims to help. Meanwhile, in Smallville, Lois is having contractions early and needs to go to the hospital. When Superman arrives, Jonathan Sr. tells him that Jonathan has superpowers just like him, and that he has gone out to see if he can help anyone. Meanwhile, Superman is making a big speech about being a hero and blah blah blah. Big could also be more specific about where Jonathan might go. Jonathan ends up saving a farm from a tornado, but he feels sad afterwards because he misses his dad. That's when Clark finds him and gives him a big hug. They also share a sweet moment where they bond over being the only two Kryptonians alive and wanting to do good for the world. And just like that, everything's all better. The end will sort of. A strange alien signal suddenly appears and Jonathan feels compelled to answer it. I guess we'll have to find out what happens next in Invasion. So here's the deal. When I first heard about my adventures with Superman, I thought it would be a fun show to watch. I had no idea it was based on a comic. Until I started reading the comic and watching the show. Now, I love both of them, but if I had to pick one, I'd say the comic is better because it's more true to the source material. Plus, I like the art style better. Let's talk about the characters first. Jonathan embodies many aspects of his father, Burr. For example, he fights for what he believes in and uses his powers to help others. However, he's also very different from his dad. John doesn't want to be Superman yet. He wants to make a difference in the world in his own way. To him, being a hero means fighting for those who can't fight for themselves, like the LGBTQ community, people of color, women, and more. I like that. Makes him more unique. Bender's Clark, who is a single dad trying his best to raise a son while also being Superman. I feel like we don't see enough stories about single parents in media. So this is a nice change of pace. Also, it is interesting to see how Clark deals with being a parent and a superhero, because he has to balance both sides of himself. On top of that, Clark is also dealing with his own grief over losing his father and adjusting to life back on Earth after 5 years of being gone. One thing I appreciate about this comic is how diverse the characters are. Jonathan has friends from different backgrounds and with different abilities, reflecting the diversity of our world. And honestly, this makes me happy because I like seeing representation in media. It makes me feel like the characters are more relatable and realistic. Plus, it shows that superheroes come in all shapes, sizes, and forms. Another thing I like about this comic is how it tackles real-world issues. In one issue, Jonathan and his friends protest against a new law that would strip away their rights. In another issue, Jonathan uses his super speed to deliver food to people who are struggling. These stories are important because they remind us that even though we may have superpowers, we also have responsibilities. The artwork in this comic is fantastic. Colors are vibrant, and the characters are well designed. I love the way they made Jonathan look younger and more innocent compared to Superman. It really adds to his charm. Also, the action scenes are really exciting and easy to follow, which is important for a superhero comic. Overall, I would recommend this comic to anyone who loves Superman or just wants to read a fun, good, heartwarming story about a young hero finding his place in the world. Good! Just be prepared to cry a few times because this comic will make you feel all the feels. Good. If you want to read this comic for yourself, you can find it on various platforms. It's also available in print if you prefer physical copies. Just search for Superman and Son. Now it's time for the most important part of the video. My Superman puns. Ready? Okay, here goes. Superman searches for his lost Superboy. A heartfelt reunion. A tale of two Kryptonians searching for each other. Good. The father who lost his son, and the son who lost his dad. They were super close once upon a time, but now they're worlds apart. Will they ever find each other again? Good. Or is their bond broken beyond repair? Only time will tell. That's all for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button below. It really helps me out, Ben. And if you want to see more content, you can check out the links in the description. Until next time, stay safe, stay awesome, and always remember you're loved.